Called Deutsch. Called Deutsch.
No.
Das Alphabet. Das Alphabet.
Das
Repeat.
Alphabet.
Yeah, richtig. Richtig is right. A is called A, B is called B, and C is called C, D is called D. Repeat it. A, B, C, D.
A, B, C, D.
Yeah. And E is called A, F is called F, G is called A.
F.
Yeah. H is called Ha. So A, B, C, D, A, F, G, Ha. Repeat it. A,
B, C, D, A, F, G, H.
Right. I is called E, J is called J, and K is called Kha. L is called L, and M is called M, N is called N. From L till N, it's same as we have in English, L, M, N. And then O is called O, P is called P. Repeat it. I,
J, K,
no, I
L,
is called E.
E, sorry. E, J, K, L, M, N, O.
O and P.
P, O, P. Okay.
Right. And Q is called Q.
Q.
R is called L, S is called S, and T is called T.
R for R, S for S, T for T.
Richtig. U is called U.
U is for U.
V is V, and W is V. V, and X is called X.
Okay. U, V, V.
Yeah,
No.
Y is called Epsilon.
Y for Epsilon.
Z is called Z.
Z for Z.
Yeah, repeat from A till Z.
Okay. A, B, C, D, A, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, O, V, P, X, Epsilon, Z.
Z, very good. So we have 4 extra alphabets in German. This beta sign, it's called Z. But when we write it in a word, it's pronounced as double S. You will learn it later. We have one word. Okay, this A, the 2 dots you're seeing here above A, it's called umlaut. So we pronounced it like that. We have to stretch little bit. We have to stretch the A little bit. Like A, and O is called U, and U is U. Z.
A,
Yeah.
O, U.
Very good. So okay. So these some things that you have to note it down, which is like A is always pronounced as A, and E is pronounced as A. So similar to English A, and I is called E. J is pronounced as J, but when we write it in a word, like I am writing a name. For example, okay, how will you write Tanya in English? Like that. See the chat box, Tanya. Have you received a message? Yeah, you will write this in English. But if you want to write it in German, so you will write that. Tanya. J is pronounced as Y in a word, but in alphabets we pronounce as J.
Okay.
Yeah. And V is always pronounced as F in
F.
German. F.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So are you getting the points?
Yes.
Okay. You can ask me any question. Okay, here it is. A is called A, E is called A, I is called E, J is pronounced as Y, V pronounced as F, and D is always pronounced as T.
Okay.
Yeah. Like Tanya and Tanya.
Okay.
Like Julia. In English we pronounce it as Julia, but in German we call it as Julia.
Julia. Okay. I got it.
Okay. So now we'll be doing numbers. Numbers is called Zahlen.
Zahlen.
Okay. 0 is called Null. 0 is called Null. 1
Null.
is called Eins.
1,
2 is called Zwei.
2,
3 is called Drei.
3.
And 4 is called Vier. Like I have just told you, V is pronounced as F. V is pronounced as F. So you will say fear, not fear. Fear.
Fear. Okay.
And 5 is called Funes.
5 is called phone.
Funes. The after U, you have to see the umlaut, so you have to stretch the U little bit. Funes.
Phone.
Okay, it goes. Okay, from 0 to 5, repeat it.
0,
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Fear.
5.
Fune. Right. And 6 is called Sechs. 6 is called Sechs.
6.
Yes. And 7 is called Sieben.
7 is 7.
Yes. 8 is Acht.
8 is 8.
Yes. 9 is called 9.
-9.
Yeah. 9 is 9.
9.
10 is Zain.
10 is Zain.
Yes. So
Okay.
like you told me that you have joined Goethe for 1 week. So maybe you are aware of these things, right?
Yeah, little bit.
Okay, you forgot that.
Yeah.
Okay, it's okay. So try to repeat it from 0 to 10.
Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10.
Right.
9.
Okay, moving forward. Greetings in German. Hello is called Hallo. Hallo. Good morning
Hallo.
called Guten Morgen.
Guten Morgen.
Yeah. Don't you know this, Guten Morgen?
Yeah, good morning. In German you should say Guten Morgen.
Yeah. They always say Guten Morgen in Germany.
Yeah.
Guten.
The words Morgen serves.
Once again.
Some other Morgan will say Morgan or serves in German. Stelle.
So in which city are you living in?
Munich. No, I'm housewife.
So have you common spouse visa?
Yeah, dependent visa.
Okay, dependent visa. Got it. So just learning German for why you want to give the exam then?
I want certificate for visa extension.
Okay, so which level? A1 or A2?
A1.
Okay, A1. Okay, so yeah, you can check the reviews of us on Google Maps. Our like not two students have given the A1 examination for visa extensions. They have cleared the examination.
Okay.
Yeah. So A1 is very easy. Don't worry, you'll get all the things. Okay. So Guten Tag is called good afternoon or good day. Good afternoon or good day. Guten Abend.
Good day.
Yeah. Like normally we say Guten Tag. Good afternoon.
Yeah.
Or good day.
Yeah.
Good evening called Guten Abend.
Guten Abend.
Yes, you're observing here that D is pronouncing as T. Guten Abend.
Guten Abend.
Yes. Good night called Gute Nacht.
Good night is Gute Nacht.
Yes. So you are observing that I have added N with Guten Morgen, Guten Tag and Guten Abend. So you might have the question that why I haven't added it with Gute Nacht. So this is the only exception we have. Because the article of night is die Nacht.
Yeah.
Otherwise we have der Morgen, der Tag, der Abend. The article of der Morgen, Tag and Abend has masculine article and Nacht has the article.
Okay.
Okay, how will you say goodbye in German? So,
Auf Wiedersehen.
and auf Wiederhören. Sehen means to see and hören means to listen. When you are on a call, you will say auf Wiederhören. When you see someone, when you're facing each other, then you will say auf Wiedersehen.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Most common saying is tschüss or ciao.
Choose also. I know that word.
Yeah, tschüss. But the spelling of tschüss is very, very different.
Yeah. Choose.
Ciao. Yeah. Okay. See you soon. Call bis bald. See you later. Call bis später.
Bis später.
Yes.
Okay. See you soon. Bis bald.
Yes. See you later is bis später.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Next is formal, informal way of asking someone how are you. Then you are talking to the colleagues of your office in a formal way. Then you will say wie geht es Ihnen. Ihnen is used for most giving the respect. Ihnen. Wie geht es Ihnen. And if you asking your friend, you will say wie geht's or wie geht es dir. Actually, wie geht's is a short form of wie geht es dir. Dir is used for informal way. Wie geht es dir. But for we have shortened it form like wie geht's. We normally ask wie geht's. Hello, wie geht's.
Okay.
Yeah. So how will you answer in return to how are you? You can say gut, danke, or mir geht es gut, danke. Es geht mir gut, danke.
Okay.
Yeah. Please repeat it.
Wie geht es Ihnen?
Yeah.
Wie geht es dir? Wie geht es dir? Mir geht es gut. Es geht mir gut. Gut, danke.
Yeah. Sehr gut gemacht.
Sehr gut. Very good.
Yeah, you know this. Okay. Sich Vorstellung. Sich Vorstellung is introduction, self-introduction. So, for formal is for formal.
Okay. Formel.
Formal.
Formel.
Name is Julia. Repeat it. बोल जल्दी.
Mein Name ist Julia.
ठीक है.
Okay.
My name is Julia. This is the formal way of introducing yourself. It's very easy. Formal way is very easy. My name is Julia. My familiar name is Schmidt.
Okay. My family name is Smith.
Schmidt. Yeah. My father name is Herr Alex Schmidt. Herr here is Mr. Herr is Mr. My father name is Herr Alex Schmidt. My
My
father's
father
name is
name is Alex Smith.
Very good. Mein Muttername ist Frau Emma Schmidt. Frau is Mrs.
Okay, my Muttername ist Frau Emma Schmidt.
Richtig. Okay, or you can say, I come from India. Ich komme aus Indien. Or you
Ich
can
komme
say,
aus,
yeah, repeat it. Very good.
ich komme aus Indien.
Sehr gut. Ich wohne in Neu Delhi. Or you can say, ich wohne in Chennai. Ich wohne in Deutschland. I live in Germany.
Ich wohne in Deutschland.
Ja. Ich spreche wie viele Sprachen? Oh,
Ich spreche Englisch, Tamil
und?
Und Deutsch.
Deutsch auch. Ja, ein bisschen Deutsch. Little bit German.
Oh, ein bisschen Deutsch.
Ja. Ich bin. Wie
Ich
viele?
bin
10 Jahre alt.
25.
Wie viele?
25 years old.
25 Jahre alt.
25 Jahre
Yeah,
alt.
you will learn that later. It's okay. You can learn it because we have done till 10 numbers. So you can use 10. Ich bin 10 Jahre alt. It's just you will learn how you will say your age.
Okay.
Or you can say ich bin Studentin. So student is used for male and Studentin. Whenever you see the ending in, which means that is feminine.
Okay.
Ich bin Studentin.
Ich bin Studentin.
Yeah. Or if someone asks you, so you can say ich bin ledig, means I'm single. Or ich bin verheiratet.
Okay. I am verheiratet. Ich bin verheiratet.
Okay, I'm writing it. Warte mal. Oops, was ist los? Verheiratet means married.
Okay.
Married, yeah.
I am married. Ich bin verheiratet.
No, fair.
Verheiratet. Verheiratet.
Verheiratet.
Verheiratet.
Okay, break this. Fair.
Verheiratet.
Ratet. Yeah.
Verheiratet.
Verheiratet. Okay, you're confusing. Don't worry, you'll learn it. Ich bin verheiratet.
Verheiratet.
Richtig.
Ich bin verheiratet.
Ja, sehr gut gemacht. Okay, your hobbies. Meine Hobbys sind Tanzen, Lesen und Reisen. What are your hobbies?
My hobbies is reading books.
Reading books is Lesen. Lesen is reading. Tanzen is to dance. Reisen is to travel.
My hobbies is reading, listening to music,
Musik hören, okay.
and cooking.
Okay, good. Now, informal way of introducing yourself. Informal.
1 minute, I want one question.
Yes.
I want this. How do I get screenshot?
So, you want this?
Yeah.
You can take the screenshot, or if you want, I will send you.
Okay.
Yeah, on the same mail ID in a PDF form.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Informal way of introducing yourself. Ich heiße. So that beta sign I'm talking about earlier is that beta. This beta sign is pronounced as double S in a word.
Okay.
Ich heiße.
Ich heiße.
Yes. Very good. Ich heiße Julia, or you can say ich bin Julia. The meanings of both are same. I am Julia.
Ich heiße Rosie.
Yeah, very good. Ich heiße Rosie. Meine Familie heißt.
Mein Familie heißt Smith.
Yeah.
Mein Familie heißt Raj.
Okay. Mein Familie heißt. My Vater heißt Herr Alex Schmidt.
Mein Vater heißt Herr Alexander.
So the only difference of learning in informal way, we are using meine Name ist. You can see meine Name ist. We are using Name ist. But in informal way, we are using the verb which is heißen. Heißen means to be called or to be known by. How you to be known by? You known by as Rosie. So you will add in everything heißen. Heißen is conjugated according to the meine Familie, mein Vater und mein Mutter.
Okay.
Yeah. So next line, meine Mutter.
Meine Mutter heißt Frau Emma Smith.
Right. Ich bin.
Ich bin 5.
Sehen wir alle an, you can say. Okay. So we have all done this. So if you want to say your favorite color, so you will say meine Lieblingsfarbe.
Meine Lieblingsfarbe ist Rot.
Rot is red.
Rot, sorry.
Okay, now you will learn the color's name.
Okay.
So, okay. Black is called schwarz.
Schwarz.
Yes. White is called weiß.
Weiß.
Red is called rot.
Rot.
Yes. And yellow is called gelb.
Yellow for gelb.
Yes. Blue is called blau.
Blau, blue.
Yes. Green is called grün.
Green, grün.
Yes, grün. And brown is called brown only, but the spelling is little changed.
Brown.
Yes. And pink is called rosa.
Pink for rosa.
Yes. And orange is called orange.
Orange for orange.
Yeah, orange. And green is called grün.
Green for green.
Okay, oh, sorry, grau is called grau. Green is grün and grey is grau.
Grey for grau.
Yes. And violet color is called violet.
Violet is called violet.
Yeah, and purple is called lila.
Purple is lila.
Please repeat.
Black for swans. White. Root is red. Yellow for gulp. Blue for plow.
इसका नाम बताइएगा.
Green for groom.
Sorry.
Brown for brown.
Sorry. हाँ.
Pink for rosa. Orange for orange. Grey for grau. Violet for violet.
Violet, right?
And violet
Purple is lila.
Purple is lila.
Okay, now I have a question. Was is Ihre Lieblingsfarbe?
Okay, my Lieblingsfarbe is rosa.
Okay, Rosa matches with Rosie. There go. Rosa. Rosie likes
And root. And root.
rot.
And red root. Not.
Yeah. Okay, Rosie. Danke schön.